Yeah, who's talking? Okay. Okay, Trout, tell the announcers 20 seconds. $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center, where we are joining in for a primetime matchup between the Wesleyan University Cardinals and the Yeshiva University Maccabees. My name is Akiva Erlbaum. I am joined by Yosef Silver, but he's gold in the booth on color commentary, and we are really excited for tonight's matchup. Both of these teams having really storied journeys throughout this season. What have they done so far? How have they gotten to this point?
Well, the Macs started off the 2024 calendar year in their first game after the AFI trip to Israel on the road against the Immaculata. They were playing pretty well, like they hadn't lost to Dovid. They were up 8 points at halftime. Immaculata drew it close to within 2 with 5 minutes to go in the game, but the Macs were able to pull it out 99-92. As for Wesleyan's coming off a game against number 5 ranked Trinity. Trinity is the only undefeated team left in D3. And Wesleyan, they played a really clean game. They only had 7 turnovers, and they were able to bring them to overtime, where they ultimately fell to Trinity 79-77.
Now, Yosef, there's clearly no shortage of talent on both of these rosters. A lot of players that are bound to be key contributors, but who are some of the players that we should really be focusing in on and looking out for before today's contest?
Well, for the Macs, it's going to start with Max Zachary. Max Zachary is averaging 28 points and shooting over 70% from the field in his last 5 games. He's on an absolute tear. He's going to need to keep it up for the Macs tonight. As for Wesleyan, it's going to be number 30, Shane Regan. Shane Regan is a lefty guard. He's a sniper. Watch him in the catch-and-shoot game for Wesleyan tonight.
Now, Yosef, this is bound to be a hard-fought battle to the very end. What are some of the keys to this game so that one team will gain the edge over the other and come out victorious?
Well, for the Macs, it's going to start with rebounding. The Macs have struggled against big teams this season, and the Macs are going to have to keep it close on the rebound on the glass if they want to stay in the game. They're going to have to really box out and stay aggressive against Wesleyan's bigs. Additionally, offensively, the Macs are going to have to be patient and just make sure not to make mistakes. Wesleyan is a very disciplined team. Like we said last game, they only had 7 turnovers. The Macs are really going to have to take advantage of every possession if they're going to want to win this game. And on defense, they're going to have to watch Wesleyan's transition game. Wesleyan averages 82 points per game, and it's all due to their high-flying transition offense. The Macs are going to have to slow them down and force them into the half court if they want to pull this one out.
All right, well, the stage is set, and we are almost ready to go. We're going to come back to you live in the booth for the pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
Commercial.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the
Coming back in 2
powerhouse
minutes.
cell.
I made my painting from scratch. Like, really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the
Okay, all the cameramen be quiet.
The
All the cameramen be quiet.
Museum.
My story was my
All the cameramen be
internship
quiet.
at the Supreme
Eitan,
Court.
can you hear
Dancing
me?
with
Camera
the
2?
Israeli flag in Times Square.
Yeah.
My
Why
story
is it
was
that
participating
announcer
in the
3
only
doesn't want to
not
work?
on Shabbat?
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics
It's on
firm.
unit.
My
Oh, I
story
see.
was
I got
becoming
you.
best friends with my
Thanks.
favorita.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
Yeah,
My
I
story
figured it out.
started here.
My story is just beginning.
October 7th was like a case study in that.
Announcers, can you hear
which
me?
is as divided as the
You see
country
how
was
there's,
on October
2
6th.
minutes
It
left
was
on the
really
clock?
divided on October 6th.
We're coming back with 33
the morning of
seconds
October
on the
7th,
clock.
by the morning of October 7th, the leaders of the anti-government protest movement, the Brothers in Arms, the leaders in
so,
the
no,
tech
no,
community
they're going to
that
be
have
a
been
pregame
really had
ceremony.
created the infrastructure for the protest
That's
movement.
what Traurig said,
Basically
right,
got
Traurig?
together. They got together like 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and they said, "Okay, we're done with
Did
that.
they find a rabbi
with
to do it
judicial
or no?
reform, at least for now. we got to support the government. We got to work with the government. We got to lock arms with the government. There's going to be a ton of needs to support the reservists that are being called up to fill holes in civilian services and functions that the government may not be able to handle. And within no time, you had literally tens of thousands of these people who had been at the forefront of the protest movement, working together, figuring out how to fill holes. They had contacted the Ministry of Defense and other offices within the government that day on Saturday, October 7th, to say, okay, we're here to help, here to put this massive infrastructure to work. Had the protest movement of pre-October 7th not happened, they probably would have had to build to fill all the holes that needed filling. And it's eerie. I never articulated it this way. It was almost like 2023 was like a dry run for a national crisis because they had the infrastructure set up. They had the communications capabilities. They knew how to get everyone organized. They knew who was good at what, and they put it to work to support the war.
5, 4, 3, ready 2, take 2.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center as we're almost ready to go here. And we are excited to announce that in addition to our regular broadcast of MacsLive on the MacsLive YouTube channel and MacsLive.com, we will also be broadcasting this season on MacsLive on the Jewish Broadcasting Service, JBS. This means that all of our home games will be seen by a whole nationwide audience, available on virtually every cable television provider and streaming on Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, and on their website. We appreciate the partnership and look forward to kicking off this season. We're going to send it down to the PA announcer for a special ceremony. We'll be right back after
that. Ready, 3, take 3. 4, roll it to center court. Go around the players. 2, get me Rabbi Don Cohen. 3, we're on you.
And support their fellow Jews at this difficult time. Teams spend their week long visit, volunteering on and off the court.
3, we're still on you.
Hosting youth basketball clinics, meeting with soldiers, as well as visiting Yosef and listening to the stories.
4, zoom in directly on someone. Yep, ready 4, take 4.
We thank the team for their commitment.
Good shot, 4, hold that. 3, zoom in on someone. Ready, 3, take 3. 4, zoom in on someone else. Try to get dead on shot. Ready, 4, take 4. Ready, 2, hold that 4. Ready, 2, take 2. 4, get a dead on shot of someone else. 3, get a dead on shot of someone else.
Please join me in prayers for safety, wealth, success.
3, get a Wesleyan shot. 4, you can roll directly. I want to get a dead-on shot, straight on. You can roll wherever you want. You can roll wherever you want. Dead-on shot. That's good. Hold that, hold that, hold that. Ready, 4, take 4. Hold that, 3. Ready, 3, take 3. 4, get someone else. Hold that. Ready, 4, take 4. 3, get someone else. Ready, 2, take 2. Hold that, 3. Ready, 3, take 3. 4, tighter. Ready, 4, go a little higher, 4. Ready, 4, 4, go a little higher and to the left. So you got both players in. Good. Ready, 4, take 4. 3, tight on someone else. 3, get someone in the crowd. It could be on your side, the other side, doesn't really matter. Good. Ready, 3, take 3. 4, get someone else. Dead on. Roll to be dead. You already got him. Ready, 4. Ready, 2, take 2. 4, roll back. 4, roll back to the max. 3, get the US flag. Hold that. Ready, 3, take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. 4 dead on the Mac. Yep. Ready 4. Take 4. Hold that 2. 3, get me someone in the crowd. Ready 2, take 2. 4, get someone else on the max. 3, tight on someone in the crowd. We're on 2. 4, someone else, we already did him. Yep, lower. Yep. Goff, get Goff. Get Goff, Lando. No, 3, get someone else in the crowd. Ready 4, take 4. 2, get someone else. Yep, ready 3. Hold that 3, ready 3. Ready 2. Oh, Mel's doing our game. Ready 2, take 2. Good. 4, roll to be dead to someone else. Yeah, roll to Elliot. Hold that. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. 3, get the Israeli flag. Ready 4. Take 4. 3, zoom tight. Ready 3. Good. Hold that 3. Ready 3. Take 3. 2, give me the coach of Wesleyan. 4, go all the way to the left. Yeah. No, a little further to the right. The coach third to the right. Yep. Yeah, him. Ready 2. Take 2. Hold that 4. 3, give me a shot of Wesleyan, Connecticut. Ready 4, take 4. 3, tight. 2, give me the refs. Ready 3, take 3.
Exactly.
You're blocking the camera. Ready 4, take 4. 3, what's that shot? Ready 2, take 2. 3, give me Wesleyan, Connecticut, wide. 4, go wide. 4, go back to your spot. Ready 2, we're still on 2.
And welcome back to the
Ready
booth.
4, take 4.
As we saw that
3, tight on someone.
touching
Ready
tribute
3,
to
take 3.
the situation in Israel, which is certainly on
3,
all of
we're
our
on you.
hearts and
Hold that
minds,
3.
reminding us that there are a
4,
lot
go all
of
the way
things that
back.
are bigger than basketball.
Ready
We're going to get
2,
into our
take
starting
2.
lineups, which are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunities that we have for YU students and how you too can be a Maccabee.
Ready 2, take 2. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 2.
And for the Wesleyan Cardinals,
take 2.
starting out number 0, Jackson Cormier, the sophomore.
Ready 3, take 3.
We've also got number 1,
Ready 2.
the sophomore Sam Pullman.
That's it. Stay there 3.
We have number 3, Nikki
Ready.
Johnson, number
2, go to
30,
YU. 2, go to
Shane
YU.
Regan,
Ready,
and
4,
number
take
31, Fritz Hauser.
4, hold that shot. 3,
As we
hold
move
that
over
shot.
to the
2,
Yeshiva
follow
University
the player.
Maccabees
Ready 2.
and their starting lineup.
Hold that 4.
Number 12, guard Zevi Samit.
2, take 2.
We have number 13,
Ready 4.
Roy
take 4. Ready
Ikovich.
2.
Number 22, Dotan Bardachev. Number 23,
Ready
Max
4.
Zakheim. And
Take
number
4.
32,
Ready
Adi
2.
Markovich.
Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4.
Two
Ready
very
2.
talented starting 5 lineups. Also some teams
Take
that have
2.
some
Ready
depth.
4.
We talked a little bit about this in the
Take
pregame
4.
show,
Ready
but
2.
let's just touch on it one more time. Who are the
Take
guys
2.
who we're really going to look out for in this
3,
game
give me the refs.
that are going to dominate on both sides of the floor?
Yeah, so pregame we
Ready,
spoke
3,
about
take 3.
we spoke about for the Max.
2, give me
We
Wesleyan,
spoke about Max Zakheim. I want to take a minute to talk about Dotan Bardachev. Dotan, his first season, it was a little up and down of a year. He didn't shoot the ball so well. He looked a little bit out of place at times. But this season he's really been locked in. He really looks comfortable in the offense. And he's just been incredible. He's shooting 42% from 3. He passes the ball really well. And standing at 6'6" and being the biggest guy on the court for the Max, he's going to play a key role in the rebounding tonight.
We're on 3.
Also some notable injuries to point out.
Ready, 2.
For the
take
Yeshiva
2.
side, it looks
3,
like
get me the
Yoav
tip-ball.
Oselka will not be playing, as well as Or Sanjevsky,
Ready, 3.
who's
take
out with
3.
a shoulder injury.
Hold that. 1, 10, ready.
Yeah, both of those guys would be helpful for the Macs tonight. Those are probably two of the best
Ready,
rebounders
1.
on the team. But let's see if the Macs can handle the boards without those two.
Take 1.
Here's
Scoreboard
the
in.
jump ball. Wesleyan secures it. And
3 and
Sam
4
Pullman
replays.
gets it over to guard Nicky Johnson, who's looking to set the
And
pace here
replays, 3
early.
and 4.
Zach had him glued to him. There's an easy, uncontested layup there.
4, zoom in, ready, 4.
And that's 2
take
points
4.
for Jackson Cormier
Ready, 1,
to
take
put
1.
Wesleyan up early.
4 and
Looking for
replay.
stronger defense there from Zevi. Cormier just blew right by him.
Dotan at the top of the key, analyzing his options. Gets it over to Roy. A nice drive there. Physical take by Max. Doesn't get the call. And it's going the other way in transition. Wesleyan wisely pulls it out. There's the cut. No room to operate. Ball swung on the perimeter. 3 ball. No good.
Ready,
Secured. And a second chance
Ready, 4.
opportunity
Ready, 4.
for number 31, big man Fritz Hauser.
Ready, 1.
And Wesleyan securing the early lead in this one.
Yeah, that wasn't a great defensive possession for the Macs. They looked pretty lost the whole time and then couldn't even grab the rebound at the end, allowing for the easy second chance points.
But a perfect cut there by Roy Ikovich.
3. Ready, 1.
And Adi Markovich displaying his ability to provide for his teammates. And the Macs get on the scoreboard
2
here.
also get me the player running back.
Ooh, nice
Take 2.
cut there.
Take
And a
2.
beautiful pass by Fritz Hauser, who found the cutting Jackson Cormier.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
Wesleyan doing a great
next
job at moving
bucket,
the ball
I wanna
early
get
in this
the
game.
bench reaction. Yeah, on the whoever scores the next bucket.
There's Zevi, some quick passes. Dotan looking to take the defender off the dribble. 3 ball. Will it go? Yes, it will. Dotan Bardachev holding up the arrow. Don't let him get hot early.
Yeah, Dotan hitting threes for the Macs is going to be huge tonight, and we see with Wesleyan, they push down very, very quickly, as they like to do in that transition.
And a foul on the side is called. Shane Regan drew on the foul.
Did you have that?
I believe that was on Roy
4, did you have
Ikovich.
that? We're on 3. 4, did you have that? Okay, we're on 3. We're on 3. Hold that shot. 3, ready, 1, take 1.
There's a man wide open in the corner.
Yo, cameraman, please stop talking about stuff which is not relevant to you.
Good active hands here by the Macs.
Macs look to be in some kind of a 1-3-1 zone. We've seen them do this a couple times off dead balls.
Ready, 4.
3 ball, no good. Wow, a lot of offensive boards earlier, hurting the Macs.
The Wesleyan bench reaction.
Those second chance opportunities could be very costly, as another
4,
foul
did you have
there.
that? Ready, 2, take 2.
Wesleyan doing a great job at penetrating and
Replay.
staying aggressive to draw those early
4, get me
fouls.
shooter. 4, get me shooter. 4, get me shooter.
Things have
3,
been really
4.
cooking for
Ready,
Wesleyan
4.
to start out.
Take 4.
There's been a lot of good ball movement
2,
for
get me
them.
sub.
They've been able to find the open man on offense, and
Ready,
defensively
2,
they've
take
been
2.
playing
Ready,
pretty solid
1.
as well. The Macs are going to need
Take 1.
to pull it together
Good
a little
job,
bit.
guys.
Sam Pullman inbounds the ball. A little bit of a mismatch inside. Wow, another O board. Tremendous hustle
Ready, 4, take 4.
by
4,
number
did you have
0,
that?
Jackson Cormier.
3, did you have that?
And
Ready,
YU
2,
is just
take
getting
2.
outworked, and we are going to send it to a commercial break. We will be back for some more first quarter action right after this. Don't go.
Hey Macs fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Elected Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go
We're coming back in
Macs!
7 seconds to camera 4. 4, 3, 2, ready, 4, take 4.
And we are back from our first commercial break, and I would just like to take this time to send a tribute to a man named David Schwartz, who was an IDF soldier who was killed in Gaza just a few weeks ago. Now, David was the son-in-law of Joseph Gittler, who you guys may recognize from Leket Israel commercials. He is the head of Leket Israel, which is a longtime sponsor of MacsLive. May his memory be for blessing, and we wish his family condolences and blessings.
Ready, 3.
There's Max Zakheim with the tough finish there. But Wesleyan quickly pushing the other way. An easy free throw shot
Ready,
there
2,
for Nikki
take 2.
Johnson with the quick response.
Ready, 1, take 1.
Yeah, and that was another example of Wesleyan being strong in transition. The Macs really need to play with their heads up. Just because one guy hits a shot, you got to turn around right away because Wesleyan's going to look to push.
Ready, 3,
Dotan doing a great job at controlling his body there, drawing that foul, nearly getting the finish, but he's going to have 2 at the charity stripe.
2, get me Elliott. Ready, 3, take 3. 2, hold that shot. Ready, 1, take 1.
As Dotan
Ready, 2,
hits
take
1,
2.
and we have a substitution. Jared Lang subbing into the game. And we have the trivia question of the day. The question is as follows. How many points did Ryan Terrell score to set his and the Macs all-time single-game scoring record against Manhattanville? The answer will be on Instagram, and answer it on Instagram. And it looks like we have Ryan Terrell in the crowd, a special treat for the Macs faithful. Let's see if everyone could get the answer to this question, as the 3 is no good, secured by Johnson.
Ready, 4.
Another 3. And Govlando lets it go out of bounds.
Ready, 4. Ready, 3.
Yosef,
ready,
you
4,
know the
take
answer to
4.
that trivia
Hold
question?
Shot, 4.
Yes, I do.
Ready, 1, take 1.
I'll save it. I'll save it till we get the answer.
I don't want you to spoil the fun here.
Replays and play.
Can't reveal
2,
your
3, and
secrets.
4 are all getting replays and player.
Here's Gov Landau seeing his first action of the game. Dotan looking for a cutter. Max takes a hard tumble and he looks to be hurt. Adi Markovic sinking the 3. Max comes up limping, something to look out for. Hopefully he's okay.
Take 1.
Looks like he's just going to shake it off.
There's a quick drive.
4, 3, 4. Did you have replay? Ready, 2, take 2. Replaying.
As Dotan Bardachev drawing his first foul.
Preview 3. Hold that shot, 3.
And there's going to be a substitution
Ready, 3,
as Max Zakheim
ready,
got up
1.
a little shaky there. And
Take 1.
Jacob Roden entering the game for the Macs.
You have your phone on you?
Yeah, hopefully Max
Just
is
in case any
okay.
messages come in?
As for Roden's having a pretty solid season. He's been a little bit of a spark plug off the bench for the Macs. Defensive-minded guard. He can shoot the ball well, and he's shown progress in his second season with the Macs.
Some nifty footwork there by Shane Regan. We know how elusive he is in the paint, showing it there against the smaller Gov Landau. Dotan again, denied at the rim, and there's Wesleyan going the other way.
Who's high? You gotta say 3 or 4.
Again, wisely pulling it out, resetting, looking for some half-court offense. A beautiful Euro step, and Shane Regan pulling out all the stops with another 2.
Ready, 1, take 1. 4, did you have that last replay?
Good active hands by Jackson Cormier, but it's going to stay the Yeshiva University Maccabee way.
Ready, 2, take 2.
Macs are really trying to get things done on offense, but it really just hasn't been there today. As Zevi Salmon goes to take a seat, it's going to be interesting to see with them struggling a little bit on the offensive side, how they're going to react to Salmon going to the bench.
Here's Effie
Freundlich. Give me the why you bench reaction.
The athletic guard.
Ready, 3.
There's a foul on the side, and Effie had an open lane in the back door. He was cutting, he was looking for it. Dotan not able to see it.
Take 2.
But they'll get it eventually as we have another substitution in for Wesleyan. Number 14, Ben Little.
Take 1.
Adi gets it into Dotan. There's Adi, no hesitation, pull up 3, bingo! Adi Markovic feeling confident from beyond the arc, barking out orders on defense. There's another very tough finish inside by Jared Langs for Wesleyan.
4, take 4.
Yeah, And as you saw in that play, Markovic, not necessarily known for his three-point shooting, was really able to hit a nice shot over there, and Wesleyan just responding right back in transition.
So we are all locked up at 14 apiece.
Running back and replay.
Both teams trying to create some separation here. Gav Landau with that quick first step gets it out to Effie. Macs are going to have to do something quickly. And Roden was called for the walk. A little too ambitious there. Max Zachheim checking back into the game, although he does not look like he's 100% healthy. Hopefully that's the right decision by the coaching staff to send him back into this game early.
Ready, one.
Yeah, Max, hopefully he's ready to go, but he's hopefully going to be able to spark the Max offense. They really just looked out of sync with Samet and Zachheim both out of the game. Hopefully they can get something going.
As Jared Langs providing some offense for Wesleyan, putting some English on that layup.
Good job.
Wesleyan taking the lead by 2.
Score, they do have that.
There's Floyd. Look, great pass inside to a wide open cutting man. Great finish there by Gav Landau.
Pass 3, did you have that?
And that play started with an off-ball screen by Dotan to get Effie wide open, and then he found the open man in the lane.
Here's Nicky Johnson penetrating that lane, gets it inside to Langs. Adi says no. Langs looking to secure it again. A lot of bodies in the paint. Wow. Jared Langs producing a lot of baskets for Wesleyan off of the bench. YU needs to look for an answer for Langs.
Yeah, that's 6 points so far for Langs at 6'9". Despite the amount of Macs that were in the zone, he's just that much taller than everyone else. The Macs are really going to have to find a way to move him away from the basket if they're going to want to be able to compete.
Follow him. Ready,
so
4,
2 superstars checking back into the game. We got Zevi Samet and Sam Pullman.
Good job, guys.
There's Zevi swinging it to Dotan. Back to Max.
2, give me YU bench reaction.
Max has been such an offensive threat for this Yeshiva University team. Dotan Bardachev a little long on the 3. Max going to look to get going.
2, get Wesleyan's bench reaction if they score.
There's some great ball movement as Pullman with the 3. Bingo!
Ready, 4.
Sam Pullman right off of the bench with the quick 3, extending Wesleyan's lead to 5 points.
And never a dull moment with this Wesleyan offense. They're always going to be buzzing, even though in the beginning it looked like they were slowing down a little bit. A couple quick passes had the Max confused and led to the wide open 3.
Max can't get anything inside. Dotan with the risky swing. Freundlich, we know that he could do that all day. Effie Freundlich with a big time shot to cut down this lead. No look pass there, very pretty. Some very impressive ball movement here by Wesleyan. And a nice drive, uncontested yet again. Jackson Cormier with another 2.
Yeah, Dotan was a little too aggressive on the closeout. No one was able to rotate over, which led to the wide open lane.
As the crowd has started to pack in this gym,
3, zoom in.
Wesleyan with a nice showing.
Ready, 4, take 4, hold that 4.
And it looks like the ball will be inbounded.
Ready, 2.
By Yeshiva University under their own basket.
Ready,
the refs having a little discussion.
3, no, hold that 2.
Yeah, you can see the Macs, they're looking a little bit tired.
Ready, 1,
Wesleyan, every single time the Macs hit a bucket, it's in the half court within 3 seconds. Wesleyan really likes to push the ball. They're not giving the Macs a break at all. The Macs are going to have to figure out a way to stop them in the half court.
Zevi Samet had a quick first step, got his breathing room, but Wesleyan came in there with the rejection.
Ready, 1, take 1. Shoot that, Goff. Yes, sir. Ready, 3, take 3. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 4. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 1, take 1. Three, where you at? 3, where you at? I want to see the ball. Yep. 2, give me the YU bench reaction if we score. Ready 2. Ready 2, take 2. 4, give me Elliot. Ready 3, take 3. 2, get sub.
You're on the broadcast mic. You're on the broadcast.
Ready 2, take 2.
You're on the broadcast mic. You're on the broadcast mic. You're on the broadcast mic. You're on the broadcast mic.
Ready 1, take 1.
You're on the broadcast mic. They don't have audio.
By Haber, resulting in the turnover. And Haber already showing how effective he could be on the defensive side of the floor.
And Ben Little can't believe it, but that's good defense by the Macs. It's good to see some guys when they come off the bench, you know, they can provide a spark. They can provide a spark for the team. And it's good to see Ben Haber play some good defense over there.
As here's Max Zackheim looking for his lane. Some pretty footwork.
Take 3. 3, did you have that?
The ref says it'll be a foul.
4, did you have that?
And the ball will be inbounded under the basket. That was not on the shot.
2, 1.
As Adi Markovic, the veteran, one of the leaders of this team, checks back into the game for Gav Landau. Landau with a great few minutes of productivity for the Macs.
Yeah, Markovic and Landau, the 2 captains for the Macs. You can really see how the offense moves around them when they get on the court. They're really not as much focused on creating their own shot, but trying to find shots for their teammates.
There's Zevi getting it over to Adi Markovic. Effie Freundlich with the spinorama, gets his own board. Good pass inside. Samit trying to be physical. Quick release from the corner, no good. Some great recovery defense there by Wesleyan, and they're going the other way in transition. Wow, a very nice left-hand layup by Nikki Johnson.
So a great offensive possession for the Macs that ultimately didn't lead to any points. Wesleyan marches down the court and gets 2 of their own.
2, give me the YU bench reaction if we score. Ready 2.
Haber looking to use some size inside, and a very nice soft touch around the rim for Ben Haber.
Still on 21, take 1.
But you can't even blink because Sam Pullman going the other way,
3, did you
getting
have
the
that?
beautiful roll.
2, did you have that?
And he is going to head to the free throw line for one more. Substitution being made here as number 0, Jackson Cormier, coming back into the game for number 14, Ben Little. What a beautiful play there by Sam Pullman.
Ready 1, take 1.
And it was a beautiful play for Pullman right after the beautiful pass by Adi Markovic down low.
Ready 3.
Macs have done a decent job passing the ball around on offense, but it's really just about making sure that someone's always watching defensively, because we see that Wesleyan just keeps pushing and pushing.
Right here. So whether it's a dead ball or a play
Here's
back,
Adi
go to you.
getting it over to Max. Max just chucks that one up, hoping for his prayer to be answered. And it is. The referees will give him the opportunity at the free throw line.
Yeah, as we see Zackheim driving in, it's really been a success for the Macs all season. He really demands a lot of respect driving inside. He's very good at that.
Ready 3.
And second possession in a row, they've had to foul.
Take 1.
Zackheim cannot convert on the first free throw.
Still on 1. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 4, take 4. Hold that shot 3. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 1, take 1.
And Max Zackheim hits the second. You won't see him missing 2.
Zackheim in the last 5 games shooting 85% from the line. That's something he's really worked on, and it's paying off.
Beautiful no-look pass there.
Ready 4.
As the 3 does not fall. Shane Regan has been very successful on offense,
yeah, you know what?
getting his looks.
It's gonna be play running back.
And Haber again doesn't get it to go that time. Johnson finds an open man inside. Beautiful pass and beautiful finish by Jackson Cormier, and a timeout is called. We're going to send it to commercial break.
No, I went to commercial break. We're going to come back in 10 seconds. You guys are going to send it immediately to SJ. SJ, get ready. You're going to come on basically in 10 seconds. 5 seconds, we're going to go to camera 3 in 3, 2, ready, 3, take 3.
As we have SJ Tannenbaum, our sideline suits reporter, who's going to do a segment for us. SJ, take it away.
Ready, 4, take 4.
Thank you very much, boys. Fans, while most people spend their winter breaks going to beaches in Florida or skiing up north, the Macs spent their winter break going to Israel with the Athletes for Israel organization. They spent time visiting communities affected by the October 7th attacks and volunteering. And the highlight of their trip was playing an exhibition game against the Hapoel Tel Aviv basketball team. The Macs described this trip as incredible, as it gave them a prime opportunity to connect with the state of Israel and its people during a very difficult time in Jewish history.
Ready, 2,
back to you guys
take
in the
2.
booth.
Thank you, SJ.
3, give me President Berman.
Yosef, both of us have had the opportunity to talk to some
4,
of the Macs players, and
ready,
the
4.
impact that this trip seemed to have had on them is profound and one that they will never forget.
3 to 2. Can you get him?
What a special opportunity for this Macs basketball team.
We're on 2.
Yeah, we were talking to Coach Steinmetz pregame. He said how much of a unique trip it was for the Macs. It was just different. It was a tough trip, but it was also uplifting. There were a lot of emotions going on in the trip, and he said it's the most important thing he's done in his entire coaching career.
2, while you bench reaction.
Some words not to be taken lightly from the coach, as we are here with the last 7 minutes and change in this first half. The Macs have a bit of a deficit that they have to overcome.
Ready, 2.
And a 3-ball no good. Not such a high percentage look there from Klinghoffer. And here's Nicky Johnson, a quick jab step.
Ready, 4,
and
take 4.
That is the correct call inside.
4 to do
Nicky Johnson so quick.
Preview 3.
Fly by his defender and get into that lane.
Ready, 3, take 3.
You've really seen from Wesleyan, there's a lot of ball movement going on. It's really confusing the Macs defensively. It led to a lot of open lanes. The Macs are going to have to be more careful about that.
And yet again, the Wesleyan Cardinals will head to the free throw line. They have a quick huddle, and Jackson Cormier will have an opportunity to take 2 shots and extend this lead.
Ready, 2.
And that's Freundlich's second foul. I wonder if he comes out here with 6:59 to go in the first.
3, you got President
and folks,
Ready, 1.
We have the answer to the trivia question.
Hold that shot.
How many points Ryan Terrell scored in that game against Manhattanville? And the answer is, you guessed it, 51 points. A whopping 51 burger for Ryan Terrell, who is sitting in the crowd right now watching his own team play.
I'm sure for Terrell it's great to be here. We'll actually speak to him at halftime. So stick to the halftime interview with Ryan Terrell.
Should be exciting for the both of us, Yosef.
Looking forward to it.
Here's Dotan getting it over to Zevi. We know he's dangerous. Haven't seen much of him at this game. A great pass inside and a pretty finish. We see the chemistry come to life there with the 2-man game. But Wesleyan with the wide open 3, totally uncontested, and the O-board. Another 3-ball. No good. The Macs dodged a bullet there.
Macs got bailed out with 2 missed threes on that possession, but they really got to close out better.
Another beautiful pass. The ref saw some shuffling there. Freundlich couldn't keep his feet in order.
Ready, 3, take 3.
And another turnover for the Macs.
Yeah, the fans don't like that, but that's the second possession in a row. We've seen Zevi Sam it with a beautiful pass to a teammate. Everyone knows Zevi for his shooting, but this season is really focused on his playmaking and making sure to get a great shot, not just a good one.
Wow, it's almost too easy inside for Wesleyan, who has that size advantage. As
Ready,
there's a player down. It looks to be
4,
Adi
take 4.
Markovic. Having a little discussion with the refs.
Follow Adi 4.
Didn't like what he saw there on that last possession.
Ready, 2.
Yeah, Adi kind of got
2.
bowled over on that possession. Really wanted a foul. Not exactly thrilled that none was called.
Good handshake, good handshake. 3, zoom in. Ready, 3, take 3.
Folks, subscribe to MacsLive on YouTube to make sure
Ready,
that you
2,
do not
take
miss
2.
any amazing
Good,
Macs
1, get the
games and
inbound.
highlights this season.
4, get the refs. We're on 2. 1, get the inbound. Ready, 3. Ready, 4, take 4.
As the refs still talking it over with the players.
Ready,
Some
1.
confusion to sort out. It looks like everything's back in order, and Sam
Ready,
Pullman
3,
can
take 3.
inbound the ball.
Ready, 1, take 1.
And a lob pass inside
Ready, 4.
to number 11,
Take 2,
Jared
ready,
Langs.
4, take 4.
Who's just too big
Ready,
for the
1,
Macs to handle
take 1.
right now.
Yeah, the Wesleyan was able to force a mismatch with Langs on Landau. That's about a full foot mismatch.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? Adi Markovic with the veteran pass, looking like he had some eyes behind his head there, finding the cutting Samet.
3, did you have
He's
that?
known for a highlight pass. That's his second really good pass in the game. Hopefully he can have a bunch of more of those for the Macs as they try to climb out of this 7-point deficit.
2, 3,
ball
4. Replays and
swung
running back.
along the perimeter. A tough take inside, and Landau securing it, wisely giving it over to the guard Markovic.
That was a strong play by Markovic inside to tip the rebound to
Ready.
Landau.
And a beautiful block
Did you have
inside,
that? 3, did you have that?
as Samet did have the open cut.
4, did you have it?
Another block. It's becoming
4,
a
did you
block
have that?
party out here in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
Smart heads-up play by Dotan, not to be faked by any of the Euro steps, just to stay with the ball, and was able to get the block there, change possession for the Macs.
And a very nice finish there by Markovic, releasing the ball quick enough that Wesleyan was not able to swat it like they had on previous possessions. And we have a ball game, folks.
That's a smart play from a smart player. Adi Markovic finding the open lane, driving and taking what the defense gave him.
1, get higher. Good.
Good closeout by Haber.
Some magic inside from Nicky Johnson, and a shot outside by
Take 4,
Regan.
take 4.
Bang! Shane Regan
Hold that 4, hold that 4.
providing some more offensive
Hold that
firepower
forward.
for the
Ready, 1.
Wesleyan Cardinals
Take
as
1.
we approach 4 minutes left in the first half of this contest.
1, 1, 1, 1. Come on, 1. No, your shirt's not important to me. Ready, 3.
Ball is going the other way,
Ready, 2, take 2.
and the
4,
YU Macs
give me Elliott.
making a lot of mental errors here that are really costing
Ready,
them.
4, take 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because of the Israel trip or the beginning of the semester,
1,
or
take
just
1.
maybe it's not their night, but they seem to be a little off all night
I
for
know
the
it's
Macs. And legal screen there
1-1.
on Samet gives Wesleyan the ball.
The Macs have to shake off some of that rust if they want to compete with this team. We know how close the game was the last time that these two teams met. This game could come down to a couple of points.
Yeah, last time they played 87-84 last season. It was a 3-point game that Wesleyan
4, did
beat
you have it?
Yeshiva. And
3, did you have
Yeshiva's
it?
going to have to get their heads in the game a little bit if they want to keep it close here.
We're on 2.
And I'm waiting to see a stat on how many offensive boards that there have been
Ready,
in this
4.
game, because the Macs
4.
really unable to grab down the boards, allowing for
Ready,
Wesleyan
3,
to get those
take
second
3.
chance
Ready,
opportunities.
1, take 1.
As Jackson Cormier with the
2, get
3-point
some.
play.
Ready, 2.
He's been all over the place tonight for the Cardinals.
And that's 8 offensive rebounds for the Cardinals. 8-2 on the offensive glass.
take
We saw
1.
against Hope, where I think the offensive glass was 20-2 or something like that. You're not going to win games getting out rebounded that badly.
There's Dotan swinging it to Adi. Landau with the tight window. The refs are not liking
Ready,
those
2,
big
take
steps
2.
by the Macs. We've seen a few of those
4, give me
tonight.
Elliott.
The Macs really have to rectify their mistakes
Stay there, 2.
if they want to claw their
Ready,
way
1,
back into this
take
game.
1.
That's definitely what we were talking
4
about
back
before,
for
just
replay.
the mental mistakes. Roden started moving his feet before he dribbled the basketball. Max seemed to be just a little out of it tonight. They got to be able to snap back in if they're going to climb out of this 11-point deficit.
And Regan with the sick pass there, going behind the back, showing his skills as a ball handler, and then dishing it inside for a great finish by Langs.
Max have had no answer for Langs this game. He's got 10 points, 5 of 7 from the field, and Max are going to have to find a way to get him out of the middle in order for them to be successful on defense.
And Wesleyan with a great contest, showing their physicality inside, not letting Roden have an inch.
2, give me the Wesleyan bench if they score.
As here's Regan, one of the few floor generals that this team has, showing a lot of poise in this game. Again, behind the back, that's becoming his signature move. And a 3-ball is good from Ben Little. Wesleyan taking this one out of reach in the first half. Why you got to be careful right now. Adi.
Not a smart shot from Markovic. As a fourth-year captain, he's going to know better than that.
One shift.
As Effie Freundlich gearing up to check back into this game. Regan looking for his options. And a bad turnover there. Just a little miscommunication between him and Nicky Johnson.
Take two.
Freundlich will check in.
3, give me Effie. Ready 4, take 4. Yeah, ready 3, take 3.
And for behind-the-scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow at MacsLive on Instagram.
Replay. 2, 3, 4, replay.
And a 3-ball there by Dotan, way off. Regan nearly lost his footing there.
Ready, 2,
These refs are really, really serious about these travel calls. They're not going to let anything get past them.
This is the most travel calls I think I've seen in any Max game this season. But a lot of them are legit. Players are, just moving their feet. They're not playing smart. For Wesleyan, this is their 3rd game in 5 days. And for the Macs, it's their first home game since the Israel trip and of the semester. Both teams may be a little out of it. Definitely the Macs have seemed out of sorts. Let's see if they're going to be able to come back in the second half and play smarter.
Beautiful move, but access denied by Langs. Haber thought he had him there.
That's Lang's 3rd block of the night. Macs are really having trouble dealing with the size and length of Langs.
As another ridiculous pass inside by Regan to Langs. We are seeing more and more of that 2-man combo. As there's some separation between the clocks. Freundlich nearly losing it.
2, 3, and 4, you got to be replaced.
Dotan has to be very physical. Langs again. This guy is a swamp machine. Landau finally gets a shot up that's not denied. Wesleyan with about 6 seconds to go. Johnson over to Regan and a turnover. Clock stops. 2.5 seconds left.
4, got me
Let's
sub.
see if the Macs could draw something up here.
Ready 4,
and get one more chance at an offensive opportunity before we send it to the half.
Wesleyan just a little too focused on getting the ball out on that possession. They just had to slow it down. There's still 2.5 seconds left. A little bit wide errant pass, as now they're going to play full court press as the Macs try to cut the lead down from 17 to go into the half.
As there's Roden with a full court heave. No good. And the score at the half is Wesleyan 48,
no, we're not yet.
Yeshiva
We're
31.
Not yet. Ready 4.
Don't go anywhere. We have our halftime report coming up, and we have a special interview with Ryan Terrell back up in the booth. You don't want to miss it.
I think the answer is just to learn as much as you can about who you are as fast as you can.
Change batteries.
That is your best defense against all of this.
Can you get me stats from the scores table?
Remarkable. Frankly,
yeah, just go to the scores table. They'll print out stats for you.
Taught in the United States. And my advice to anyone, I guess by this point a decade younger than me, would be to
probably was the worst half I've seen this year.
Read up and jump in as fast and as hard and as high up as you can.
want to do it 8 or 9 minutes?
October 7th was like a case study in that, which is as divided as the country was on October 6th, and it was really divided on October 6th. The morning of October 7th, by the morning of October 7th, the leaders of the anti-government protest movement, the Brothers in Arms, the leaders in the high-tech community that really had created the infrastructure for the protest movement, basically got together. They got together like 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and they said, okay, we're done with that, with judicial reform, at least for now. We got to support the government. We got to work with the government. We got to lock arms with the government. There's going to be a ton of needs to support the reservists that are being called up to fill holes in civilian services and functions that, you know, the government may not be able to handle. And within no time, you had literally tens of thousands of these people who had been at the forefront of the protest movement, working together, figuring out how to fill holes. They had contacted the Ministry of Defense and other offices within the government that day on Saturday, October 7th, to say, okay, we're here to help. We're here to put this massive infrastructure to work. Had the protest movement of pre-October 7th not happened, they probably would have had to build it to fill all the holes that needed filling. And it's eerie, and I've never articulated it this way until now, but it was almost like 2023 was like a dry run for a national crisis, because they had the infrastructure set up. They had the communications capabilities, they knew how to get everyone organized, they knew who was good at what, and they put it to work to support the war.
We are all one. There is a big power that holds us together. And it's not only about where you live or what language do you speak. It's all about love, if you ask me.
You want to talk before Ryan comes
This
on?
kind of unity can't be broken. That's why
Cameramen,
I know
I need you all to
in
be
the
quiet,
end we will prevail.
Cameramen, be quiet, please.
And don't forget the kids playing ball because that's late. That's late.
While Ryan's
And we're
waiting
going to
there.
go on living.
Okay.
I applaud those philanthropists
Fine.
who are
Camera 4,
closing
roll
their
to center
checkbooks
court. Camera 4, can you roll
and
to center
saying,
court?
goodbye to Harvard, goodbye to Penn, goodbye to Cornell, goodbye to Brown, goodbye to Berkeley, goodbye to all of these schools that once stood for something great and now stand for the decay and the deterioration and the shuttering of the American liberal imagination. When you're not wanted, go start your own thing, be the cool kid, let others join you, and take note of who did not stand by you, who did not stand by us at a moment like this. That is my proposal for the Jewish future for American Jew.
Yeah.
Where there is song, there is prayer. Or alternately translated, where there is music, there is
that
prayer.
they missed a bunch of wide open threes. Hallelujah. And this really should be a 25-point game.
The teaching from Debbie Friedman of blessed memory, she talked about this idea of music as midrash, just in the same way that rabbis for thousands of years have interpreted and reinterpreted our texts.
I think when you're performing, like, you want to be as authentic as you possibly can, and what you're seeing is like the most me ever. Like, this is like Judaism, being in communal song.
Whether you know it or not, sing it.
me come back in 40 seconds. 1, can you hear me? 2, can you hear me? Tell 1 to put on his headset. 3, can you hear me? 3, can you hear me? 4, can you hear me? 4, yell at Naomi to get her headset on. 4, you're gonna get a tight shot of the booth. 1, can you hear me? 1, can you hear me? 2, can you hear me?
JBS, the Jewish Broadcasting Service, with a marvelous array of programming
1,
for
go a little
anyone
lower down.
interested in Jewish life and the state of Israel. News, events,
2,
Jewish
go to
studies,
camera 1
movies.
and put 1 lower down.
It's all on JBS, expanding Jewish understanding, celebrating all things Jewish.
2. Good. We're coming back in 12 seconds. We're gonna come back to camera 4 in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, ready 4, take 4.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Max Stern Athletic Center for the halftime show. And a reminder that this game is being broadcasted by MacsLive, as always, on the MacsLive YouTube channel and on MacsLive.com, but also for the first time live on JBS, the Jewish Broadcasting Service, a viewer-supported 24/7 cable television channel that celebrates Jewish learning, tradition, history, and culture. We are excited to bring these games to the JBS viewers. And we have some stats for you. We got the Leket Israel halftime stats.
Hold that shot. 1.
They are brought to you by
1.
Leket Israel, which is rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need. Yosef, what do you got for us?
Well, it's going to start with the offensive rebounding and the rebounding in general. The Macs losing that 20-10. The Macs are going to have to do a much better job in the second half of taking care of the glass. Additionally, we're going to go to Jared Langs for Wesleyan. He's got 4 blocks today. At 6'9", the Macs are really having trouble dealing with him, both offensively and defensively. That's going to be something they need to take care of. And then for the Macs, and then for Wesleyan, they're shooting 21 of 36, or 58% from the field. A lot of their shots are inside. The Macs are really going to have to do a better job of clogging the paint and making sure that they can't hit all those shots.
Those are your Leket Israel halftime stats. And now it is our honor and our pleasure to invite back into the Max Stern Athletic Center a true legend, one of the greatest ever to do it in this gym, perhaps the greatest. We have Ryan Terrell.
Right now.
And Ryan, welcome back. How does it feel to be back, first of all?
It's awesome, man. This is my first game back, actually being in the MSAC since I left here. So this is really cool. Really cool moment for me. Seeing all these young guys, Adi was a freshman, sophomore, and now he's, a senior captain and running the show. Gav Landau was one of the underclassmen as well, and seeing him kind of come into his own and be a leader and be a great team guy it's just really cool.
Yeah, and we know how storied your personal journey has been. Talk to us about the transition for you from this gym, from playing for the Yeshiva University Maccabees and going pro, going to the big leagues for the G League and the Motor City Cruise. Talk to us about how that progression has been for you and that experience.
Yeah, 100%. I would say the biggest difference between professional basketball and Division III basketball or college basketball in general is size and speed. These guys are great basketball players. They have the skill. They're just not as big as the guys that are playing professional basketball. So that was definitely a big adjustment for me. But now in year 2, you kind of got used to it, and you get used to the size, you get used to the speed, and you just kind of find your own.
So how have things been different religiously for you? Obviously coming from YU, where everything is, it's a Jewish college, everything's catered to the Jewish needs, versus going into the G League, where it's maybe a little bit harder to be careful about things like that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, with YU, everything was catered around, the Jewish schedule. Shabbat, you didn't have to worry about getting food before Shabbat for a road trip, and having to walk to the gym on Shabbat to play. So that's the main adjustment. It's funny because, we'll go on a couple-day road trip, but I got to bring my blech, I got to bring, my kosher food, and so I got a big suitcase, and my teammates have like a little duffel bag. They're like, what's going on here? But now they caught on, and, I'm eating well.
Love to hear that, Ryan. And it's a little bit nostalgic having you back. You've created so many wonderful and beautiful memories in this gym. If you could just highlight for us one memory that you have that stands out above all of the rest that you can think back to, or multiple, whatever you want to give us.
I'd say the all-time highlight in this gym would be the last play between me and Gabe in this gym. It was his behind-the-back pass lob, which I have no idea how he saw me. I think that was the ultimate, way to go out in this gym. That was his last assist to me in this gym, and that was my last bucket in this gym. So it was really cool to end it that way.
You got practice right now.
Yeah, I was in the gym for that. The gym was shaking. How does it feel for you to be a role model for the Jewish community as a whole? Obviously, you're playing basketball, but you have so many kids and so many people looking up to you for what you do. How does that feel? What's that experience been like for you?
It's truly humbling. It's truly humbling to be able to represent the Jewish community and to be able to, show kids that it doesn't matter where you come from or what you believe in, you can achieve your goals and dreams as long as you put in the work. And to be able to do that, to have that platform, to do that, and to be able to inspire is really a dream come true for me.
What are you doing?
And we don't want to take too much of your time, but our last question would be, what is your message to kids out there, and maybe specifically Jewish kids out there who aspire to play basketball at the college level, perhaps beyond? What would your message be for them to give them some motivation going forward?
I would have two things that I like to say, and two things that my dad taught me growing up is half of success is just showing up. So whatever commitment you have, you show up to it. And if you say you're going to the gym, you go to the gym. And then it's what you do when nobody's watching. It's easy to want to go play on the big stages and want to play well and do well in front of the crowd. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get to that moment if you don't put in the work that needs to be done to get you there. So having success is just showing up. It's what you do when nobody's watching.
Well, thank you so much. Some nuggets of wisdom there from the great Ryan Terrell. It's a real treat having you back in the Max Stern Athletic Center. Please come back more often, and thank you for your time. Folks, we are going to send it to a quick commercial break, but we will be right back after that with some second half action as the Macs look to claw their way back into this game. Don't go anywhere.
Forward, roll. Forward, roll. Yep. Eitan, can you hear me? It doesn't take effort to put on a headset. Eitan, what camera are you on? Who's on camera 1? Does she know what you're doing? Okay. Run commercial right now. Coming back in 20 seconds. 60 is enough. 60 is enough. We're coming back in 10 seconds. 4, zoom in on a shot. We're coming back in 8 seconds. 4, zoom in. 5, 4, 3, ready 4, take 4.
Welcome back, folks, for some second half action. This has been the Leked Israel Halftime Show. I'm Akiva Erlbaum, joined to my left by Yosef Silver on color commentary. And Yosef, tell us a little bit about that half of basketball. What went right for the Macs? What went wrong? What they have to do to improve. Give us it.
Yeah, so to be honest, there wasn't much that went right for the Macs. They're a little bit lucky to still be in this game. A couple missed threes from Wesleyan are really making the difference here. They've just looked out of sync in the first half. They're really not moving well on offense. They're getting killed in transition. Wesleyan has 13 points off of turnovers. Yeshiva has 0. Wesleyan has 20 rebounds. Yeshiva only has 10. Maybe this was just, coming off the break a little bit, out of sync for the Macs. But as we see a little bit of an interesting lineup from Coach Steinmetz. Not a typical lineup we see. Maybe he brings in Bainash and Tom Beza coming into the lineup, maybe to give a little bit of a spark to the team, try to get him back into the game. We saw him do something similar against Manhattanville. Kind of worked in that game, even though they weren't able to pull it out. Let's see if it works here.
And Wesleyan picking up right where they left off as Regan, who has been a threat all night, Gets the 2 inside on the cut. And the Macs having some fresh legs, like you said. See if they could be the spark plug for this offense. Here's Roy getting it to Bainash, nearly turns it over. Bainash throwing up a prayer over some much bigger defenders.
3 and 4, you're on replay here.
And a quick Euro step and a finish on the left-hand side. Jackson Cormier.
2, take 2.
And the Cardinals keep rolling in this one. It's getting dangerous for the Macs.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be down 21 at the beginning of the half. Let's see if this lineup can do things offensively. You always like to see when guys who don't usually step on the court come on. Let's see if they can make an impact. As it was a little bit of an ill-advised shot again by Adi Markovic.
As here's a 3 ball by Regan. Nothing but net.
3, take 3.
And Shane Regan is unconscious right now. Really doing everything he can for this Wesleyan Cardinals team on offense.
As Coach Steinmetz is already going to go to the bench with Jacob Roden and Effie Freundlich looking to check into the game. The Macs really all night have had no answers for both the inside and outside game of Wesleyan. They're going to have to do something in the next 18 minutes if they want to cut into this 24-point deficit.
Wow, what a pass inside. Some beautiful looks.
Ready, 3.
As there is the finish there by Langs,
hold the 3.
who had a lot of points in that first half. He was very difficult to stop.
3, do you have
12 points, 6 of 8 shooting. He had 4 rebounds and 4 blocks. He was just the dominant force in that half. He started most of their games, was recently demoted to the bench, but I'd imagine he's going to play the majority of the minutes going forward for them.
Adi Markovic behind the back pass to Roy, and a beauty.
Ready, 4.
As finally the Macs seeing a beacon of hope.
Hold that 4. Ready,
Their
1.
first points of the second half. It's a great pass by Adi Markovic. That's why you have him on the floor. He's able to make those smart passes.
4, did you have it?
Let's see if it can spark something.
Cormier with the jelly. No good. Good hustle there to secure the rebound by Tom Beza. Adi Markovic. Let's see if he can continue to facilitate for his offensive weapons. Roy with the set shot, a little bit off. Adi tried to tip it in.
2 coming Wesleyan bench.
It's going the other way.
2.
And there's a push and 1. Fritz Hauser converts it. And gets you a big man who can roll in transition as well.
Not a smart foul there by Gav Landau. Gav Landau with the basically 1 foot size mismatch over there. If you're in that spot, you got to do one of 2 things. You either let him take it or you foul him hard enough that he can't hit the shot. Gav Landau didn't wind up doing either. Fouled him and he hit the shot. It's definitely not what you're looking for as he's going to head to the bench.
Ready, 2. Ready, 1.
As Fritz Hauser looking
for. Ready,
to
1.
go
Take
for
1.
3.
Ready, 4.
And he does.
2 gummy sub. Ready, 4.
And there is a timeout called. Both teams going to talk it over, and we're going to send it to a commercial break. Back with some second half action after this.
Hold that 4.
Hey, Macs fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Lekket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course,
4, go lower.
Go Macs!
We're coming back in 5 seconds to camera 2.
No, it's not on.
3, 2, ready, 2, take 2.
And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. As we have about 17 minutes left. Still plenty of time, but a real deficit here for Yeshiva University. They're going to have to really play their best basketball in order to make this a ball game again. As Hillel Bainash, the first-year player, looking to inbound the ball to Zevi Salmon.
Take 1.
Bainash, known for his quickness and his agility, a real difficult player for the defenders to stay with, but another costly turnover there for the Macs. Regan going the other way. A 3 ball in the corner is no good. And what do you know? It's another offensive board for Wesleyan.
2, just give me a guy running back.
And a nice take inside. Hillel Bainash with the foul. And there's Sam Pullman going to the line.
Bainash thought he was set, but with Bainash's height, that's really all he's able to do on the inside.
Ready
He's
three.
kind of just stuck, holding himself up.
Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2.
Ideally, if you're the Macs, you'd rather him playing on the perimeter.
Ready 1.
Want to receive Max news and updates? Join
4,
our
hold that.
WhatsApp
Ready,
group
4.
chat. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube
Take 4.
video.
Hold that 3.
It's interesting for the Macs. Their defense
Ready
has been a
3,
problem
take 3.
most
Ready
of the
1.
season.
Take 1.
That's something they've really been trying to focus on in practice. I don't know, how much we've seen it in game, but this is one of the first games of the year that their offense is really struggling. The movement just hasn't been great. They've been taking really contested shots, and they're going to have to figure something out for the rest of this game. Hopefully, it's just kind of one of those, burn the tape games and move on. But it's definitely something to watch if the Macs are able to, rebound
4, zoom in on the
from
ref.
this
Ready 4,
offensive
take 4.
performance going into the next game.
And a nice dribble penetration
Ready, 1,
there
take
from
1.
Samet to create the open three-point opportunity. And we know Freundlich, he's usually very reliable from beyond the arc. He couldn't get it to go there. Coleman gets it inside. Nicky Johnson, no good. Roy with the tenacious rebound there. Looking to take matters into his own hands here in transition. Great aggression there from Roy.
Ready 4.
And a mid-range J is no good. Regan securing the board. So quick as he pushes to go the other way.
That's been it for Wesleyan tonight. Always forcing, not allowing the Macs to breathe. And that's how they run up the score always in their games. 82 points. I didn't get to take a look in the rankings, but I got to assume that's pretty high up in all of D3. And it's through that aggressive transition game.
And Langs
Ready, 3, take
and
3.
Regan have really been
Replay in.
the offensive weapons here for Wesleyan, really having their way with the Macs defense.
Ready 3.
As Regan will go to the line to shoot 2. And we know the most notable players for this Macs team, Zevi Samet and Max Zachheim, have had some huge games this season, but Wesleyan has done a tremendous job at limiting their offensive opportunities. Yosef, how do you think that they've been able to do that and stay so composed on the defensive end?
Yeah, it really comes down to, like we were saying a little bit before, the transition game. They've really just been able to, catch the Macs out of position when when Wesleyan's on offense. And defensively, they're really just playing tight. It's not like the Macs have been playing that great either, but Wesleyan's been playing good defense, and they've been clogging the lanes, and it's really just about making good rotations for them. And yeah, it's just been a great defensive night.
Yes, it has been. Zevi Samet looking to change that, seeing what he could do.
So you have Ari Shklar on the court, another guy maybe looking to make an argument to Coach Steinmetz to get more minutes.
Bainash, nice pass inside to Shklar.
Ready 4, take 4.
The ball stays there, but there's not much time left on the shot clock for the Macs to produce. They're going to have to move quickly here.
Preview 1.
Dotan out to Zevi. And what was the thought process there? The Macs knew that they needed to get a shot off, and they didn't.
I think that's it. They didn't know. They didn't realize how much time was on the shot clock. I don't think Dotan makes that pass if he was aware. Clearly he wasn't, and then there was a shot clock violation.
30. Hold that 2.
And we are going to send it down to our sideline suits reporter, SJ Tannenbaum. SJ, take it away.
Thank you very much, Akiva. Fans, tonight is a very special game for Wesleyan's Jacob
3, zoom
Posse.
in on
Jacob
Wesleyan.
is originally from Los Angeles.
3, zoom in
where
on
he went to a
Wesleyan's
Jewish
bench.
high school called
2, zoom in on
Shalom,
Wesleyan's
a
bench.
school that often competes in the Red Sarachek tournament held annually here at Yeshiva University. Jacob has a lot of friends in YU and has had this game circled on his calendar since the beginning of the year. To make matters even more special, yesterday was his birthday, and Jacob's family has actually flown in from Los Angeles to be here at tonight's game to watch Jacob play. Jacob, we wish you a very happy birthday and a very happy
3, find number
homecoming
21
game.
if you can.
Back to you guys in the booth.
Ready 2, take 2.
And there we see Jacob Povsky
Three, do you see number
was
21?
actually talking to him a little bit before
Ready,
the
three,
game.
take
He
three,
was
follow
asking
us.
where he would be able to get a kippah.
Follow
He wanted to
21.
wear the
Two,
yarmulke
get 21,
in the
follow
Max
us.
Stern Athletic Center. Very admirable. Hopefully he sees some minutes here
Hold that
tonight.
three. Yeah, three's
And
got it. Two,
yeah,
get something else.
Shalhevet
Hold that.
has done so
Three,
much
we're
in this
staying
gym
on you.
over the years.
Three,
Shout out
don't
to
move,
my roommate and another Max Live announcer,
three.
Asher Dower,
Hold it.
for his many performances.
Hold it. Ready, one,
Former
take one.
Sarachek MVP Asher Dower.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to go to his
Okay,
head.
three, back
But,
action.
I guess you said it.
And as in terms of Povsky, he's a smart guard. He's really just an elite communicator. Coach Riley was telling us before the game he'd put him in the top
4,
1%
get the
of
yarmulke.
communicators
4,
on
show me the
floor.
yarmulke.
And he wants to pursue a career in coaching, somewhat stay in basketball.
3, you see where the
He's only a
yarmulke is?
junior, but he's already got that entrepreneurial mindset, trying to find a career for himself in the game of basketball.
And a beautiful look. I don't know how Freundlich found Doten at the mid-range.
In the ref's
Take
hand.
one, take one. Okay,
A highly
so pick it
skilled pass there by Freundlich.
up. That's fine.
As Regan somehow gets the ball inside and finishes
Take
with the
two.
left.
Take 2.
Even when you think they're not going to do it, they do.
Ready,
Wesleyan
one,
Cardinals keep this lead at 30. Dotan
24.
again. No good. 3 Cardinals crash the boards, and Regan comes up with it. Nikki Johnson. Lob. No good. Wow, that was very ambitious. I don't know what would have happened if they finished that. Bainash, no
24.
hesitation, way off on the right side.
Yeah, that's what I think he'd want to have back.
Nikki Johnson taking his sweet old time, making sure that Wesleyan secures the ball, takes care of it late in this contest.
Yeah, talking about Nikki Johnson, he's a D3Hoops.com preseason 13
3, give me sign.
All-American.
Ready, 3. Ready, 2. Take 2.
He's
Ready,
a
3. Take
junior
3.
captain for this team, and he's really their floor general. He's what makes the team run, and it's
Ready, two,
a
take two.
classic floor general, smart guy play, trying to milk the clock a little bit. Up 30 points with 13 to go, no reason to rush.
And Pullman, the guard, is going to inbound the ball from underneath the hoop. Gets it inside. Good denial there by Zevi, showing his length.
2 of Wesleyan score.
And the game's getting a little
32, take
physical, even with the 30-point deficit. But it's all smiles here.
Ready, 3. Take 3.
Yeah, Dotan just winds up being in the way of a cutting Cormier, but no harm, no foul for
You're on 3.
Bartchev. They're
One,
smiling
take
with
one.
each other afterwards.
2, get Wesleyan bench if they score.
Pullman analyzing his options.
Another one. 3, zoom in.
Freundlich gets called for the
Ready,
foul.
3. Take 3.
And YU getting in some deep foul trouble this game.
Take 1. Take 1. Good shot, 2. Maybe later.
As the physical play of Wesleyan does not come to fruition, and the ball is going to go the YU way. Good defense by Sklar, staying planted inside, not moving his
3,
feet.
give me number.
And it's especially good defense
Take 1.
by Sklar inside. A little bit of a smaller guy being able to hold his ground, not try to jump and get called for the foul.
Well, not right now. Now I want you to.
Oh, Zevi with some pretty dribbling displays, gets it out. Freundlich with the quick trigger, no good. Zevi almost gets that O board.
Heads up play by Zevi taking the lane, and then once it closed, finding Effie in the corner.
And a nice finish inside by Josh Cameron.
Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1.
We see the true extent of the depth from Wesleyan, having so many contributors off of the bench tonight as well as the starters.
And with Wesleyan, it's not only the depth, but it's the young depth. We talk about with the Macs that almost all of their players, except for Gavin Adi, are in either their first or second year of eligibility. But looking at the Wesleyan roster, we got sophomores, we got freshmen, juniors. There are no seniors, I think, that have touched the court tonight for Wesleyan. So for them, they had a great season last year, lost a couple guys. You could say for them it's a little bit of a rebuilding year also. But they are definitely, they're definitely poised to make some noise going forward.
As the first one is missed by Freundlich. And there's a substitution. Roy Ikovich coming into the game.
3, give me Ikovich for YU.
And I've noticed that YU is doing a good job at getting by the defenders initially. But what Wesleyan does so well is recover. They have those long arms. And they're not allowing YU to hit those layups at the end of the play. As we have a big surprise as Ezra Siklik, number 5, enters the game. Ezra told me earlier today that, and I quote, no one rides the bench like Ezra Siklik, but apparently there's no Ezra Siklik to ride the bench right now as he commits a quick foul. But the hustle is there.
You have that? Hold that 2.
Keep us flying off.
We play in.
I think we got to get him some Ryan Terrell clip keepers over there. We saw it in the last game. He went out also as Yarmulke attempts to fly.
Ready 2. Take 2.
At least he tries. At least he has it on in the first place, you know?
Take 1. Ready.
And
4.
there's one free throw by Jackson Cormier.
AF on 4.
Adi Markovic,
Hold that 4.
the veteran, checking back into this game.
Hold that 4. Ready 3. Ready
Coach
1.
Steinmetz doing a good job being able to rotate in maybe some of the guys that don't get as many minutes typically in what's turned into an absolute blowout.
Well, Yosef, although the deficit might be large, there is still 11:30. You'd like to think that the Macs have some confidence that they can try to decrease that deficit. And a powerful play inside by Dotan Bardachev. Maybe that's what the Macs needed to provide some motivation.
3 got me 4 got me shooter.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's a blowout. Maybe they're going to start, taking breaks off.
Take 4.
Taking their foot off the gas, excuse me. But Dotan definitely not. Strong, aggressive play following the ball and completes a 3-point play. See if the Macs have what it takes to cut this deficit a little bit.
4 wider.
That's some nice swinging there. Wesleyan showing their ball movement. And Cormier puts it up. And wow, Wesleyan is really showing a lot of their finishing abilities. Their ability to simply put the ball in the hoop should not go unnoticed. Dotan continuing to be aggressive.
4, did you have that?
Continuing to
2,
fight
did you have it?
and to push until the very end. You got to respect that. As
preview 4 on shooter.
look who it is, Jacob Popsky, who SJ alluded to earlier in the sideline segment. He's going to check into the game.
Take 4, ready 1, take 1.
He's played at this gym before. Not a lot of players on Wesleyan could say the same.
Take 2, follow 21.
It's always good to see a player, be able to get minutes in front of his friends, in front of his family. Let's see if he plays with a little something extra in this next 10:45. Being back in this gym.
Ready 2.
Dotan sinks that one.
Ready 1.
And there's Popsky with the ball. He looks very comfortable out there, not rushing into any plays.
Just
a great cut inside, beautiful ball movement, and Cormier yet again with the backdoor cut. Nearly impossible to stop.
It'll just be impossible for you on camera, knowing whether or not Popsky is the one who scored. So that's why
Adi Markovic
keep going to the bench.
gets it over to Dotan.
Back though when they score, right?
Who's really been the only Mac who's been aggressive late in this contest.
Ready 4.
Ben Little pulls it out. And Nicky Johnson, the trusty guard, calling out some set plays. Wesleyan just doing some practice at this point. And there's a 3 ball by the big. No good. Samet comes down with it, but he doesn't secure it. Samet's got to be careful there. Popski goes inside with the quick floater. Yes, sir. And the crowd erupts.
Ready, three, take three.
Lots of Jacob Popski supporters out here tonight.
Take one.
And that's his first bucket.
Two, get me.
I think I may have even heard some of the Max fans going a little crazy for Popski there. A fellow Yid, if you will.
No, Hoppers. The Wesleyan fans are sitting.
Oh, a nice pass inside.
Ready.
And Ben Little couldn't finish it.
3 on replay.
But he's going to get rewarded at the free throw line.
Where's Popski's parents?
Wesleyan's been throwing these passes
Preview
all game.
3.
Max really just haven't had an answer for
Ready,
the ball
3.
movement of
Take
Wesleyan.
3.
And just something
Ready,
to
2,
note,
take
we
2.
haven't seen much Max Zachheim in
Ready,
the
1,
second half.
take 1.
We saw earlier in the game, he went
Ready,
down.
2, take 2.
I saw him working out on the sideline a little bit with one of the trainers. We hope that he's doing okay.
Do you see Max
Obviously a
Zachheim anywhere?
crucial
Ready,
player
1,
for
take
the
1.
Max. And maybe that is the cause of some of this
Traurig,
lackluster
can you try to find
offense
where Zachheim
by
is?
YU today.
Yeah, I think the absence of Zachary definitely hinders the offense a little bit. He's just such a dynamic
In the locker
player.
room?
He can score.
Don't
He
go
can drive.
in the locker room,
He's a
but
really
just,
good
you know.
passer. He commands so much respect from the defense.
Big Trout was
To
looking
be honest, I think with Zachheim, it really just comes down to a little bit of precaution, hopefully. It's at the end of the day,
Ready,
the
3,
score
ready,
being what
4,
it
take
is,
4.
no reason to really put him back in there, force him
4,
if
do
he's
you
not
have it?
100%. Figure let him rest up. Max have this is the last non-conference
Play in,
game of
4
the
against
season.
shooter.
Hopefully
4 against
until
shooter,
the
preview 4.
NCAA tournament.
Ready, 4.
So it's really just about
4.
making sure the guys are well rested for when it really counts down the stretch against the Skyline teams.
31, take 1.
And there's
Ready,
Dotan
2.
Bardachev sinking one.
Oh, he's
There's the Max to the 42-point mark.
3, get me a fan or something. 3, get me the fans behind Wesleyan's bench.
There's Gav
Ready,
Landau
2,
back in the game.
Behind Wesleyan's bench. Ready, 2, take 2.
Effie Freundlich going to come
Hold
in
that
for
3.
Dotan.
Ready, 3, take 3.
Although the scoreboard doesn't show it, the Macs have still been fighting, especially that man, Dotan Bardachev, who's talking it over with Coach Steinmetz right now. But he has showed a lot of heart in this game.
Nah, just get guy
That's
running
something
back.
you love to see from
Everyone
Dotan.
get guy running
He's
back
shown
in
to be a
replay.
player that's kind of a little bit dependent on momentum and his mindset. And it's good to see that mindset is still going down 30 points with 8 minutes to go in the game.
And another foul,
Ready,
Nikki
3, take 3.
Johnson. But you saw that
3, did you
rebound by
have it?
Popski. It
4,
looked
did
like
you
a
have
pretty
it?
routine rebound to me, but the crowd was loving it. Jacob Popski getting all the love tonight.
Preview.
Yeah, it was a smart play by Popski.
3 on
Really
shooter.
just keeping his heads up, making sure to follow the ball.
Ready,
Smart
3,
play by him.
take 3.
And really with the fans out here, him being
Ready,
from LA,
1.
Wesleyan, and Connecticut,
Patience. Ready,
his friends
1,
and
take
family
1.
don't really get to see him play that much. So anytime they can see him on the court, especially grab a nice
4, give me a
offensive
YU
rebound
fan.
like that,
Ready, 2,
you're
take 2.
definitely going to hear it from him.
Ready, 4, take 4. Good job, hold that 4. Ready, 1, take 1.
And there's another shot. Good by
I think he
Nikki
showed us how
Johnson.
all the YU fans on their phones.
The score is Wesleyan 78, Yeshiva 43.
3 and 4, give me replay as well as 2.
Haber, top of the key over to Adi. Adi gets Freundlich inside, barely gets away with that pass. The Macs not really getting anything. Good tipped ball there, and it's going the other way. Great pass inside. Nicky might have gotten away with the travel there, but he finishes with the left hand to bring Wesleyan to 80 points.
Nice pass by Little to set up Johnson down
Right now,
low.
this is his second worst loss at LSU.
Adi Markovich wide open three. Can he get it? No, he cannot. Popski with another rebound, filling up the stat sheets as there is a timeout called.
2, zoom in. Ready, 2,
Timeout is
take
called
2.
by Wesleyan, and we are going to send it to commercial
Ready,
break.
4, take 4.
We got the closing minutes of the fourth quarter right after this.
2, get fans like walking out of the gym or whatever. Hold that shot too. We're going to be back in. Oh, maybe Trout, you mismapped something. You mismapped the JVS commercial as Yeshiva Is no one else leaving right now? 3, hold that shot, or 3, get fan. Come back in 10 seconds. The camera's 3. 4, 3, 2, ready 3, take 3.
And we are back at the Max Stern Athletic Center, which has become a deflated environment.
3, get someone else.
We see a lot of the Max faithful,
2, get the
or not so faithful,
leaving.
headed for the doors.
2, get the people leaving. 2, get the people leaving.
Yeah, it just really hasn't been a pretty night for the Max. A lot of excitement going into this game. Wesleyan, a very well-respected team in D3, coming to Yeshiva. The Max are always up for a challenge from a very competitive D3 teams. It just really hasn't been their night, whether it's been the trip or the first game back, beginning of the semester, whatever it is. The Max have just been really out of sync the entire night. Wesleyan's been able to do pretty much whatever they want, both on offense and on defense.
Here's Pullman. Beautiful pass to the corner. No good for 3 on D. Secures the rebound. And like you said, we got to hope that it's the rust for the Max, because they've been working so hard this season to take their games to the next level. But they're just not showing it out here tonight. Siklik gets it over to Effie.
Yeah, and I will add that, without Or Sanjevsky and, Yoav Oselka, both of those guys could have been very helpful tonight for the Max. Max losing the rebound battle, 34-18. Those are, two of the best rebounders on the team. Both big guys. The Max really struggled with Jared Langs tonight. That could have been very helpful for them to have those guys back, which hopefully they will get down the stretch. Yoav with the ankle that he hurt early on in the season, or with the shoulder right before the break. Hopefully those guys are, are ready to go. Once we get to the important games with Manhattanville and Farmingdale coming up pretty soon on the schedule.
Ready 4, take 4.
And let's just take notice of the last possession. Ezra Siklik showing some heart out there, taking the offensive foul, putting his body out on the line. An important flash from Ezra Siklik, proving to his coaches that he's willing to do what it takes.
That's something you always love to see, especially down 37 points with 6.5 to go in the game. If the guy's still putting his body out on the line for the team, he's definitely making his best appeal to the coaches to try to get some more PT.
1, take 1. 4, did you have that?
PT, I always thought that was physical therapy until now. Apparently it means playing time, if I'm assuming correctly.
The Max look to be in a zone. We've seen them come out of this sometimes. We saw it a little bit earlier in the game. It's usually not long term, as that's a good steal by Roden.
Roden going for 2 with the left, denied at the rim by Koski, but Ben Haber is there to follow it up.
Jacob Povsky just doing everything right for Wesleyan tonight, whether it's the fans, a familiar venue, obviously the family out here. He's definitely doing really well. He's got 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a block in just 5 minutes. Definitely making the most of his limited time on the court.
And oh my goodness, number 4, Steven Johnson, nearly dunked there without jumping, I think. He was very close to the rim. He didn't finish the first time, but he cleaned it up. Got a second chance opportunity, and he will go for the 3-point play. One of the many tonight.
Johnson's a big guy, 6'8", 215. He's a grad student captain for this team. We were speaking about Nicky Johnson before, but Steven Johnson in his own right. He's got 5.2 rebounds per game this season. He's coming off an injury, so they're very happy to have him back, and he's really just good in the paint, both offensively and defensively. Obviously, the size helps, and we saw it there.
So the ball goes out of bounds, and I think we can all agree that this game is all but out of reach. So right now it's up to the Max to set up some half-court offense, try to run their set plays, and make this game at least more respectable.
Ready 3, take 3.
And
3,
right on cue, they turn it over.
We play in preview 1.
Jacob Posky inbounding the ball.
Ready 1, take 1. Ready 4, take 4.
Tom Beza checks back into the game, and Sicknick's still in there.
Take 1.
Yeah, at this point with the game pretty much out of reach, I think coach is just letting, some of the guys at the end of the bench get some extra minutes here. It's good to, it's good to see him make the rotations.
Posky almost puts it in. And another very close to a dunk by Josh Cameron.
I'm not even
And Jim was ready to explode on that Povsky 3, but couldn't get it to fall.
There's a bad pass by Siklik. And
I think, yes, I think the broadcast.
ball goes the other way for an easy 2. Sam Pullman just weaving through that lane and having his way.
And not great rotation there by the Macs. Left the paint wide open. Someone's got to be able to move into that space as they're driving.
Tom Beza looking for Forlich on a great cut and a finish. Pretty play by the two, showing that chemistry there. Bringing the Macs to 49 points.
It's a nice play by Tom Beza. The bounce pass, a good idea by Forlich to cut, and was able to finish there.
Did you have that?
As Wesleyan has the ball penetrating from inside. The ref saw him step out of bounds. As some substitutions will be made, and it is worth noting that the worst loss in the Coach Elliot Steinmetz era was 108-67 at the hands of NYU.
Hold that 4.
But this one is looking pretty bad. This is probably the second worst and maybe the worst loss.
Ready 1, take 1.
Yeah, the game against NYU last year, obviously not pretty for the Macs. It was on the road. It was actually pretty close in the first 5 minutes. It was like 18-18 or something, and then NYU just went on a crazy run. The game was basically over at halftime. This game almost had a little bit of a similar feel. The Wesleyan offense cooled down a little bit in the second half from the 48 they had in the first, but definitely not a good showing for Yeshiva. They're going to have to play better than this if they're going to compete for not even just the national championship, but compete within Skyline.
A great hustle there by the Macs. As we want to point out, that last bucket there was Ezra Siklik with the mid-range jimmy. There's Haber. Ball nearly goes out of bounds. It's another turnover, and Wesleyan going the other way. Wow.
Ready, 2, take 2.
A very aggressive drive there by number 13, Josh Cameron. And he was a little slow to get up. We hope he's doing okay.
Preview, 3. Zoom in on the bench players. Preview 3. Preview 3. Preview 4. Ready, 4. Take 4. 3, giving Wesleyan kids on the bench. That's hilarious. Ready, 1. Take 1. 3, can you hear me?
As there's the first one from Josh Cameron, and we would just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who made this production possible. Our executive director, Eitan Traurig, executive producer, Zevi Pancer, director, David Raviv, assistant producers, Zeke Swelling and Evie Stepner, and our camera operators, Zachary Srulovich, Naomi Klinghoffer, and Yosef Bluth, as well as Akiva Poppers. That goes without saying.
Ready, 1.
Yeah, and really just appreciate everyone who made the broadcast possible. Despite what may have happened on the court tonight, a lot of work was put into the game. From our MacsLive guys, and we really just appreciate the effort that everyone puts in a game-by-game basis, both what you see on the camera and what you don't see on the camera. And we just want to give a shout-out to the extended MacsLive crew for all their efforts throughout the season.
And there was a football pass back there by Tom Beza. Siklik with a nice heave inside to Ben Haber, who tried to finish over 2 defenders, but he's going to have an opportunity to hit 2 at the line right now.
I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Ellie Rufflesman, as well as to the extended Salmon cousins and Salmon family, especially the Salmon family from Miami. Zevi's relatives watching every game.
What the fewest points we scored in a regular season. Ready, 4, take 4. Fewest points we scored in a regular season game in Elliot's era.
Haber sinks the second.
Last year. But I want to know, just go on your phone, go to YUMacs.com, go to the schedule.
Who pulled that trigger
the schedule for recent years.
On that last one, couldn't get it to go. And there's another one from the corner, way off. But there's a fight for that loose ball. YU's going to get it. Wesleyan has the rest of their bench on the floor right now, trying to show what they got in the late minutes of this contest.
22-23, and go back, you go forward. I want to see how many points they scored each game.
Here's Bainash. Out to Tom Beza. Tom, no good.
Yeah, Tom's a pretty solid shooter, but he wasn't able to land at that time.
As there's a 3-ball again. Hillel Bainash going over to Tom. Let's see if Tom can finish this time. And he gets fouled.
Take four.
He got some airtime on that one, rubbing his head after.
Replay in. Preview 4 followed Tom Beza.
We scored 51.
1 second.
We scored 50.
As he gets up, he's going to shake that off.
Ready 4, take 4.
We scored a bunch of the 50s. 57,
Looks to be
51.
okay.
Who did we score 51?
Purchase.
Okay.
And we scored 50 against Mount St. Mary.
Okay, what about since Donnie came? Ready 1, take 1. So you've started like 2015 now? 2015, 16?
As there is the first free throw missed by Tom Beza.
Also at this time, I'd like to give a shout out to the crew at the Svarm sale, specifically Ali Shalom Marman, Avi Galziker, Dovid Trencher, and all the people covering for me in my absence from the Svarm sale to be able to call the game tonight. Looking forward to a great sale. Taking a little bit of a step back from MacsLive, but still be here.
Ooh, a dangerous collision.
Take 3.
And it looks like Tom Beza bumped faces with Jack Williamson.
Anyone have it?
And
Who's I?
we would hate to see a player get injured at this point of the game when it looks to be out of reach. Hope everyone is okay. And Yosef,
4. Ready
what's
4.
your position again at this farm sale?
Take 4, ready 2.
I am the CEO of this year's farm sale.
Stop
ready
it.
1.
I'm sitting next to the real-life CEO of this farm sale. Can you believe that?
Okay.
Well, hey, look, I made it.
Ready 2, take 2. Anything lower than 56?
And I think you reached your shout-out quota for the day.
You got anyone you want to shout out?
I think everyone knows. Wow, a pretty lefty layup there by number 5, Dylan Ward. And Wesleyan now has 90 points.
We scored 55.
And it's going to be another game where Yeshiva's allowed 90 points, except this time they themselves didn't get close to 90. You know, it's really been a problem for them all season with the defense. You know, I don't know if it's just maybe new guys or you know, obviously absence of war, and Yoav has hurt them on the defensive glass and you know, defensively in general. But definitely hasn't been a good night for the Macs. They're going to have to figure out a way to improve on the defensive side if they're going to you know, be able to compete down the road.
As here's Park. Thought about it, but that's a trigger. No good. Good rebound inside by Siklik. And a 3-ball Bainash. Yes, sir! Hillel Bainash leaves the crowd with something to smile about.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite, Hillel Bainash grabbing that 3 there, as this is pretty much going to do it for this game, as Wesleyan's just going to dribble it out.
And we got about 8 seconds left in this game as Wesleyan with the decisive victory. And the final buzzer sounds, the score being Wesleyan Cardinals 90, Yeshiva University Maccabees 56. And that'll just about do it. Yosef, we thought it was going to be a bit more of a battle.
Ready 4, take 4.
And unfortunately, this game was out of reach pretty much from the get-go. Talk to us about what transpired in this game and what the Macs have to do going forward into the coming games.
Everyone stay on.
Yeah, it was really just, you know, both just not a great game from the Macs, both offensively and defensively. They've had some defensive struggles all season, but usually the offense has been able to bail them out. But the Macs really just looked out of sync tonight on both ends of the floor. You know, on the glass, they weren't great. 43-24 is not what you're looking for. Offensive rebounds, they were -10. You know, they're really just going to have to be better all around. Hopefully this is one of those just, you know, burn the tape and move on games for the Macs. But I think defensively there are some real issues that they need to be able to figure out. Offensively, I think we can hope that this is just a one-shot thing, and they'll be back to what they're doing next game. But obviously, there's going to be some concern as well for Max Zachary, who we didn't see come back in the game after he had an injury. He tried to come back, tried to play it out, wasn't really able to. We're going to hope that he's okay moving forward. But yeah, really just, it's going to be going into the Skyline season for the Macs. We got Purchase coming up on Wednesday night. That's really going to be a key rebound game for them. They're really going to have to play better if they want to be Purchase.
Absolutely. Well, many improvements need to be made if the Macs want to continue on the successes that they have had this season. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. In the booth, I'm Akiva Erlbaum. Yosef Silver.
Take two.
Have a great night, and we'll see you back in the booth for next game.
Okay, we're done.